Hello everybody, we're gonna be talking and doing today Mistweaver guide, Mistweaver caster weaver guide. I'm not gonna do a guide for Fishweaver because I really don't like the spec. I think it's really lame. So we're just gonna be all doing only Mistweaver, like caster weaver, the normal spec that is always, the one that people know for Mistweaver. I know the like playing Windwalker style. So yeah, we wanna start with it. We wanna start with the best ratios for caster Mistweaver. Best ratios. I think a monk is like, especially it depends on the meta. Like if there is a lot of subrocks, I said for Shaman, Orc is insanely good value, and also it depends on the comp you play. Because for example, if you play a dampening comp, because you play double caster and you need mana and blah blah blah, Night Elf gets a lot of value because you can literally port away, Mel Drink. Like it's really insane. It just depends. What comp you play. Also, if the meta is Bunkins, you can play Gnome on Monk to remove every solar beam, every root solar beam, so you can get out. You can, to be honest, any race is kind of decent for Monk. It just depends what you face. And yeah, anyway. Let's talk about the talents. Talents for Mistweaver this season. I think we're just gonna still play like normal stuff. Like I don't think you changed much from last season. Like you just you can I kinda like to play one of Misty Picks sometimes. You just can proc a random enveloping with your renewing mist, but I don't know. Also, I don't like Sinless Gift or Caster Mistweaver. I don't think you need it. Like I think you already have enough healing. Yeah, this is you don't change much or anything at all. What else? This one is kind of okay, especially now that enveloping heals a lot, so if people are 30 years in range, you can like spread it, enveloping mist. Like talent wise, you don't you don't change much on Monk. It's like the same as every season in Dragonflight. Literally, like yeah. If you wanna change talents, you can play Fissure, which is this Monk that does damage in melee, but we don't wanna be covering this here. So yeah, I will link the talents on the description. Best stats. I always like Mistweaver to go full Versa Mastery like Russia Shaman. Like literally full mastery, because mastery, what it does is basically every time you renew Mist, enveloping a Spellharm, Restore, and Vivify, it will make like another small heal on the target. So I renew Mist and it will get another heal, as you can see. See, Gust of Mist, 20, that's the mastery. So apart that I do like some heal from the other thing, I get another heal from the master, which is insane. And overall, it's actually your top 3 heal at the end of the match normally. So master is insane. For solo suffer, obviously in high damp, master is not gonna do much. So haste is fine too. For shuffle, I actually recommend a mix. Like play like 15% haste, maybe 20 at max, and then rest mastery. But for 3v3 and try hard arena, like master is just the best. Like there's no doubt about it. Okay, healing rotation in PvP. What healing spells to use when someone is low HP. Mistweaver is like... So basically, you just need to have a statue up all the time and shooting miss, yeah? That's basically the rotation. But obviously, when you have when you wanna heal people, you need to make sure he has renewing mist up. It is like air shield, basically. Obviously, it doesn't reduce damage or like buff healing, but you kinda need renewing mist. So when you BB5, it does heal more because it has heals extra, So also, what you wanna do is like you wanna like shooting mist into Thunder Focus T to do a big enveloping, and then you BB5. Because enveloping mist, apart of healing a lot, it increase all the healing from the monk 40%. So all the healing you do into the enveloping target is 40% increase, which is insane. Okay. So obviously it costs a lot of mana. Enveloping, how much was it? 12k mana, so it's a lot of mana, but it's still you kinda need it to top sometimes, But the question is, so the rotation is that statue, renewing mist up, then you use shooting mist, thunder focus T, enveloping, and spam BB5. That's basically it. It's not hard to do rotation at all. When someone is low HP, you can just do that without a master so they cannot kick you. Or like you literally just press Restoral or Revival, top him to full HP, or Life Cocoon, which is literally a bubble as caster Mistweaver because you stack it with this talent. What is it? Sorry, with this one. Also, depending on the matchup, you can swap Restoral or Revival. Because Revival literally you can press it on stance. And Revival you cannot press it on stance. But Revival dispels harm, magical, and poison disease effects. Meanwhile, Restoral dispels harm, poison, and disease, but not magical. Or you can press it while stun. So it's you played most of the games. Wait, let me move this here because I think I'm dropping FPS. Anyway, we're talking about, sorry. Yeah. Another tip that I can give you when someone is low HP. You see this weak aura that I have? This is the insta BB5 from this talent. It's a weak aura. Every 10 seconds you get an insta BB5. So you scan healing like this. Also, last pass they made that you can Thunder Focus T and insta enveloping. 2 times even if you want, okay? Even, yeah, you can insta BB5, insta, yeah. So sometimes you cannot catch, you don't have a mastery. Then you can just go for the insta BB5, insta, I mean, insta, sorry. You will go for the insta enveloping with Thunder Focus T into the insta BB5 with the talent. And you can heal a lot by doing that, no matter even if you don't have even if you don't shoot and miss, you know. Macros for Mistweaver, I have like always I have Arena 1, 2, 3 paralysis. I actually have Tiger Lash for myself. I don't have to tire myself. So let's say I'm healing this guy. Then I press Tiger Lash and he Tiger Lash me, so I don't have to retire myself and press it. That gains you sometimes like Bob with Paladin and all this shit. And that's all. Like I don't use anything like special, and you guys don't know about Monk. It's basically it. You can use like Cursor Ring, you know, instead of having to like click it twice. So as you can see, this the shuttle tip doesn't matter for the macro. Just this gas cursor ring of peace. So you press ring where you have the cursor. You wanna be faster, you know. I have it too. I have it with the cursor and without it, just in case I need to aim something. And yeah, macro wise, I don't think you need more. Tips to survive when you're getting trained on, or hard shop on caster Mistweaver. Caster Mistweaver is literally all about knowing how to kite and knowing how to prevent the enemies to like connect. So for example, you don't want, and the tip that I can give you is actually play a lot of choose to practice that, because that's when you understand how the enemy melee can connect to you. For example, into waters, you know, they have 2 charges and 1 leap. They have 2 stuns as well. So what you can do is like he charges you, you Tiger Lash and Chi Torpedo, because you remove the, whenever he insta charge you, you Tiger Lash the root that the charge key roots you, you know, with the PP Talon Warbringer. So you remove the Tiger Lash and then you roll away. So he cannot literally even slow you. Then when he connects again, he charges again. Then you ring the charge away, and then after that he's gonna leap. Then you port. Then you literally press port, you know. And the guy cannot connect anymore. Like this kinda small things matters a lot in terms of kiting, especially in 2v2. In 3v3 is different obviously because there is 2 people, but that's when you need to like make sure you are away from your port but in range. So you can play port stun, and then in case you get stunned, you just port where the port is. So it's obviously is important you're in port range all the time, no matter what. Tips when you're getting trained too. Try to don't use, this is the same as every healer, try to don't use every bottom on the same go. So now that Trinket is shortest city for healers, 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's not bad to press Trinket Cocoon. Because they don't want to go through Cocoon, it's like 1 million plus, depending how many stacks you have. So you want to be mortal on that. Or like you don't want to Trinket, you can Revival. You can restore, if you play Restoral, you can press it on stun. So you port on the stun, and then you Restoral. Obviously, I recommend you try to don't use port on the same go that you press Restoral. you wanna kinda rotate. So you, for example, first go, then go on you. You can use port, and you are far enough, but in range they won't connect. And then after you can maybe press a button or whatever. And the next go you can restore on the stand because you won't have port ready. And then the next stand again you have port back. And then the next stand, worst case, you can trinket or pre-wall or pre-something, you know, or the teammates can kill you. But yeah, it's nothing special. Best cons for custom Mistweaver 2v2 and 3v3. For 2v2 Mistweaver, like Mistweaver is a really especially caster weaver is really passive healer. So you just play with some like melee that is really OP. Like right now, for example, Demo Hunter is like probably the best you can get. Yeah, probably Demo Hunter. And yeah, just that's all for 2v2. For 3v3, Caster Mistweaver kinda needs caster, at least one. I don't think you can play double melee unless you play Fishweaver, which is the punch one, you know. But we're not covering this here. So yeah, you just play with casters. You can play Log Monk, play with Monk, so Log Monk, Boomy Monk. Can play Water Monk too. Like at least have one caster in the team so he can soak kicks or help you with CC, you know, so you can recover a bit. With you kind of need to play with tanky classes, and then because if your classes are tanky, your mana is gonna be good, and you rotate series with Cocoon and their bottom. So for example, with an LS Shaman, it goes really good because the guy can press wall and then you Cocoon, wall, Cocoon, wall, Cocoon. You rotate. Comes like that, you know. Yeah. Common mistakes. Try to play the game exactly. Among apart from port positioning and being close to the port, which is one of the biggest mistakes monks do. So if they're about to go you cannot be like 10 yards. If you know they're gonna hit you, you cannot be 10 yards on the port. You should just get away. So, but still in range, you know. Even if you're tanking a bit of damage, try to be in range in case they wanna stun you. That's one of the mistakes. And the other one is like mostly, even myself, I used to fail on this a lot on caster, Mistweaver. Is like I go for CC when you should not. So on Mistweaver, the less you do, the better. Like literally on custom, it's like a druid, but more AFK. On custom Mistweaver, the more AFK you are, the better it is. You need to damp, damp, and damp. Why? Because in 3v3, nobody's gonna go through your cocoon. So you get to high dampening, and you have mana, and you have cocoon ready, you're not gonna lose the game. That's the thing. That's literally it. So the less risk you put in the game by going for CC, by trying to stun someone, by trying to kick something, you're exposing yourself for CC. That means you're taking risk and you can lose the game anytime. Also, when you get CC as Monk, it's not like a Druid. Like the Druid has hot rolling, Monk doesn't have anything rolling. You can pre-enveloping, but that's not the same as having triple bloom. Like you're gonna have to leave the CC and cast, and unless you have revival or cocoon, you know. How to be mana efficient. This is one thing on monks that not many people do. So they changed the way mana tide works, okay? Now while you heal and you spend mana, you get mana tide stacks. Okay. So a good way to like be mana efficient with caster Mistweaver is like, so the new mana tide works like this. You wanna press it and you cast it, okay? Depending on how many stacks you have, the cast will be longer or not. You can cancel it and the stacks with, you know, I can cancel it now, only consume one stack and I get 1 second buff. So depending on how many stacks I use, I will get longer buff. What does the buff do? That buff basically consumes 1 stack of mana T per 0.5 seconds to restore 3k mana and reduce the mana cost of your spells by 50% for 1 second per stack mana. So if I consume all these 5 at the same time, I will have 5 seconds of 50% less mana cost on all my abilities. So on that window of 5 seconds, or whatever how many stacks you press, you kinda wanna press your Julong. Your Julong is 12.5k mana. And also Julong will make your enveloping cost 50% less mana. So when you wanna press Julong, you kinda wanna mana T first, and then press Julong, because it's gonna cost half now. And then you have free mana cost, you know? I mean, and now it's like it costs way less mana and you don't spend any mana. But if you keep using like Julong without the mana T, you don't want to end Umin. you use your own city every minute, you know. See, so this is why it's important. Or instead of doing, this is what you need to do with Yulong, obviously, every single time. But obviously, you can save like mana tea for like a big enveloping, or you need to envelop in two people, or like burst heal, so you use gas and then you send a big envelope in when you have a lot of stacks, you know. You need to play around. You need to play around this buff. You need to play around this buff. The mana cost spells reduced by 50%. That's basically it, how to be mana efficient. That's all. Also, try. Sometimes it's just better to throw a cocoon than trying to overheal spamming enveloping. Like you're enveloping, double BB5 is not enough. Then you enveloping again, double BB5, it goes through. Sometimes it's better to try the cooldown from your teammate or yours, which could be cocoon, revival, or for example, elemental wall, whatever, you know. Mana for Monk is important to be able to like stabilize. Like you fall behind on mana, the game is over. Monk is a damp healer, casting Mistweaver at least. So you need to be good mana wise. Tier set and embellishments. Embellishments is easy. Okay. They add new ones as we talk in the Druid Guide, but I don't think they're that good unless the uptime is too high. So you're just gonna play same. You wanna play precognition, aka when you fake a kick, you become immune for CC, interrupt, and pushback cast for 4 seconds. Why this is so good? Because you need to cast someone. So everyone is gonna try to kick you. Everybody knows caster Mistweaver needs to cast at some point. So people are ready to kick you. So you're good at faking, you're immune to CC. That's basically it. You know? And the other one, I recommend you to play Zone Focus, which is the when you're above 90% HP, you get more mastery. That's basically it. I don't think there is any better, to be honest. And about tier set, this is where Monk Stonks goes up. Mistweaver tier set is completely insane. So choose it. Renew when Mist applies Chi Harmony to its initial target. Where is this from the season? It is, I believe, yeah? Yeah, it is. So every time you press Renew when Mist, you mark the guy, like the summon choose it. And what it does is like increase the healing taken from you by 50% for 8 seconds, aka 25% in PvP because it's nerfed 50%. So just by having Renewal Mist, you wanna do 25% more healing on the target in arena. And this is why I said having Renewal Mist up is important because of the choose set. Also because BB5 will heal more with this talent too. Wait, what? No, with this one, sorry. So yeah, that's completely the same choose set, probably the best choose set out of any class in Season 3. Also, force set 20% of all healing you do to the targets with Chi Harmony, which means when you press Renew with Mist in 8 seconds, you get Chi Harmony. So that 8-second window, 20% all healing you do there, all the healing, 20% of all the healing, so 10% in arena, will be stored and then dispersed evenly among your allies with Renew and Mist when Chi Harmony fades or is refreshed. So this is insane. Like, Monk, Chooser, and Forcer is completely insane. Like, you want to have Renew with me, so that means you want to have double Renew with me, so both. And then do a lot of healing there. Obviously, trying to don't spend your mana. So you use Mana Tea, Yulong, and pump heals. You know? And whenever if both have the Renewal Mist, whenever the buff ends, it will heal both by 10% of on all, you know? Okay, what items should we pick for the tier set? Let me think, I actually haven't checked. This is Crit Versa, not that good. Haste Mastery, decent. Haste Versa, decent I guess. Crit Versa, really bad. High Crit and High Crit. So stats for Monk on the Forcer is kinda bad. But the worst one is probably... it's between the hands and legs, which I'm not really sure. If I had to pick, I will just not play the hands. I think I will not play the hands. Because sure, they give me Versa, but Mastery gets more value overall. Because you want to reach the 30-32% Versa no matter what. So losing Versa from Thingy is fine. So yeah, you will pick Helmet, Shoulders, you will pick Chest too, and you will pick Legs. I wish we could have our own stats on the set in PvP. But yeah, that's something they will have to change in the future, I guess. So okay, let's check it again. Okay, so this is Crit Versa, not good, but has a lot of Versa at least. Haze Mastery, good, decent stats, but no Versa, and low Mastery, but it's not that bad compared to the others. This one is decent. This one is really bad, and this one is really bad. But this one gives Mastery, so I will probably not play the hands. Yeah, I think it's all about what you guys prefer, but I won't play the hands probably. Just play everything except the hands, the globes. Yeah. And tips. As I said on Mistweaver, casting Mistweaver, the less offensive plays you do, the better. So you need to play on casting Mistweaver to not lose. So if you don't lose, you don't lose, you win. That's basically it. That's basically all you need to understand about casting Mistweaver. You need to play to don't lose. Sometimes you see it 100% that you can go for an in-cap, Lexub and win the game, or a ring of the cast, you go for it. Don't get me wrong. You go for it on the healer and do it. You can understand the DPS is fine if you don't expose yourself to CC, but you have to expose yourself unless it's win no matter what, unless it's a win condition no matter what, then you don't do it. You stay in the back, heal, drink, heal, drink, and wait till your team kills. You need to like play to don't do anything. Literally the most passive healer probably right now. And the other one we talked about before is like as well. You can maybe go for an incap and stuff if you have cities ready, but if you don't have anything, that's when you should not even think about it, and that's why you need to rotate good. So in the first, it can happen. Don't get me wrong, but if in the same go, you press cocoon and restoral, so cocoon and revival or whatever you play, that's really bad. That's when you're gonna fall behind probably because they're 1 minute and 30 seconds and 1 minute and 15. So yeah. Also, PP talents that we didn't mention is like it just depends on matchups, bro. Obviously, I recommend you to play Peaceweaver every single matchup you face. Literally 100% of the games, Peaceweaver. Obviously, if there is no stance and you don't need to port anything, you don't play port, then you can just play Sense first. Aura Mastery is really good overall because normally every comp has kicks, but for example, Boomy SP or like yeah, Boomy SP for example has no kicks, only a 1 minute beam, so picking Send Focus T is not worth. You could play Counter Magic when you spam Dispelling, or you could just play. You face a warrior, a DK. You can just play or a rogue. You can play Disarm too. Yeah, it just depends. Sports turn into like rogues. It just depends what you face. Overall, always Peaceweaver. 80% of the games, Send Focus T, and the third one, it depends. If you think they're gonna stun you, you play Port Stun. If you think they don't wanna stun you, you can play Disarm. Dispel, you wanna dispel a lot of dots. Or Send is first for more HPS and damage from your teammates. That's basically it. You feel so when you get better at the game, maybe you don't need Aura Mastery some games because you're confident at faking. Then yeah. Anyway, sorry for not talking about PP talents on the talent here. Doing the talents, I forgot. I'm like too in a rush to would make every single guide for Wednesday before Wednesday while streaming 8 hours a day, so I have not much time to do it. So sorry for that. Anyway, whatever you guys need, let me know on Discord. I will put it in the description once again, like I always do. Or join my Twitch channel every single time I stream. I stream every day, 8 hours. And whatever you guys need, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is probably gonna be Evoker one. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Peace.